Check out carmarshal.com. The link is in the description. They help support us.
They just shot this dude.
Your boy ain't had to shoot him for no reason.
Watch, DC officer who fatally shot unarmed motorcyclist was not in danger when he pulled his gun. The DC police officer who fatally shot an unarmed motorcyclist last year had no reason to pull his gun and was not in danger when he fired, police concluded in an internal investigation that contradicts the officer's account. The review, obtained by the Washington Post, showed that Officer Brian Traynor and his partner, Officer Jordan Palmer, violated department policies early on September 11, 2016, as they pursued and attempted to arrest 31-year-old motorcyclist Terrence Sterling. After the officers spotted Sterling, who police said was speeding and running red lights, they tracked him through the city and eventually pulled their marked cruiser into an intersection ahead of the biker. Traynor, the passenger, was getting out as Sterling rode forward and the motorcycle struck the car door. Traynor then fired his gun twice, striking Sterling in the neck and back. Traynor, 28, told police he had heard the bike revving before it came violently toward him and pinned his leg between the door and the car, according to the internal police report. He said he fired because he feared for his safety, as well as Palmer's. But after recreating the incident and examining Traynor's injuries, which the report described as superficial, police said they determined the officer's leg had been struck by the car door but was never pinned. The 34-page report also concluded that Sterling was trying to maneuver around the cruiser, not ram it. And investigators noted that Traynor told them that, other than Sterling's reckless driving, he did not have any reason to think the motorcyclist may have been armed and dangerous. Traynor's decision to shoot was not in defense of his life, nor was it in defense of the lives of others, according to the report. Traynor, who has been on the force since 2012, is on paid administrative leave. He did not return calls for comment. Palmer could not be reached for comment. The shooting of Sterling at 3rd and M Streets NW prompted protests and immediately raised questions about the officer's conduct. Mayor Muriel E. Bowser, D., ordered Traynor's name made public soon after the incident, breaking with long-standing policy, and authorities revealed that the officer had failed to turn on his body-worn camera before the shooting. In August, federal prosecutors who investigated the shooting determined there was not enough evidence to file criminal charges against Traynor. The internal review by the department said there were numerous lapses and judged the shooting unjustified. Police officials have recommended Traynor be fired. If the officer challenges that finding, a public tribunal could occur early next year. 3 officials with knowledge of the case have said that Palmer, who has been on the force for nearly 4 years, was suspended for 20 days for administrative infractions, including engaging in an unauthorized pursuit. The Internal Affairs report is the most detailed account of the shooting to date. Jason Downs, an attorney for the Sterling family, said it bolsters the family's contention that there was no reason for police to shoot the motorcyclist. The internal investigation's findings with regard to lack of provocation and lack of injury to Officer Traynor are completely consistent to what the witnesses have said from the beginning and what the family has known to be true for the beginning, Downs said. Sterling's family has filed a $50 million lawsuit against the officers and the city. Dustin Sternbeck, the chief spokesman for DC Police, declined to comment on the internal report. As part of their review, police investigators considered statements by Traynor and Palmer. The investigators also reviewed statements from 9 civilian witnesses and 6 officers who arrived after the shooting.
Your boy ain't had to shoot him for no reason.
Mr. Sterling walked up on the side of my car. My car's on the right-hand side, and he turns and stops inside the crosswalk sign at the light. 2 or 3 seconds later, cop car comes just like this, right in front of him, and just stops. He turns to the left to go, and then when he went, the cop car opened probably about maybe 2 or 3 inches, and that's when he hit right about right here. Probably a little bit harder than what I'm doing right now, but just enough to make a dent and a tire mark. And then as soon as he hit it, pop, pop, pop. And then that's when I had ducked down. When I got back up, yeah, if that. That's if that. Honestly, I wouldn't even say that. I would say probably maybe 5, because it wasn't fast. It was like just enough for you to turn, because he was turning, and it was like a squeeze between the sidewalk.
Please do it in front of the car. Show me what you was doing.
It was like this. As soon as it came up, he was probably like, it's longer, more like the hood part. Stop, right there, and he turned like this. So the minute he's turning, by the time he gets right here, his wheel's not like completely turned, but it's more or less like this, and then that's when he hit it.
Can you show us how the police, how far the police opened their door? With the actual door?
His actual door? When I seen it, it was like about like this.
That's about as wide as it got.
That's how I seen it, because I knew he was close hitting it. He actually shot somebody on a motorcycle. At that time, I was like, shot him for no reason. Because what it looked like for me, I was like, they just shot him for no reason. They pulled up on him. He tried to move to the left to get away, and they shot him. What did he do? He had no gun on him because both his hands were on his bike. What could constitute them shooting him?
County, this is Charlotte County Cop Watch, and I wanted to explain what fair use is. You can use pieces of news articles if you're doing it for news reporting, you have commentary, and you're doing it for education purposes. So that's what fair use is, as you can see right here. Another reason why I wanted to make this video is to let you know I have just joined with Patreon. A nice thing with Patreon, I make no money on YouTube. They took the money away years ago, and so this is another way to give, and it's a nice thing too, because you can give monthly. You can give $1, $5, $10, whatever. I do 4 to 5 hours a day on trying to wake the sheeple up on how corrupt it is and different ways that you can fight the corruption. So Patreon is a way that you can do it, and then of course the old way is still there. Donate to Charlotte County Cop Watch with PayPal or credit card. So keep that in mind. 4 to 5 hours a day. I make no money, but the corruption happened to me, and I'm sick of it. So I'm trying to wake people up. But my wife would love it if if we could get some help out there. There's 47,000 subscribers. Just think if each one of you subscribers just gave let's say actually yes, $1 a month. 47,000 subscribers gave $1 a month. That would be awesome. That's not going to happen. But anyways, that would be great if it did happen. But do the math in your head. Just think about it. Like I said, 4 to 5 hours a day. I get no money from YouTube. YouTube has gone nuts. You can't do anything anymore. They're taking the money away everywhere. So these are a couple different ways that you can still help out with all this time that I put in. And as you know, I'm in a special situation where, at least I can do it. 4 to 5 hours a day. We have a cleaning company during the day. That's what allows me to do this, and we're debt free. So this is my hobby. I don't go fishing and all that other crap. I try to save the world. So help me out to make the wife happy, man. In fact, if you guys did give $1 a day, and there was 47,000 of you, and you did it, and each of you gave $1, and that was every month, oh my God, yes, I could quit, I could start suing them. Another idea too that we have is, you know, if I got, you know, some funds, we could actually contact everyone that has been ticketed and or arrested and put in jail and start sending them postcards to let them know we're here and to see if everything went all right, and if it didn't, find out their story. So we could even do more investigations and more lawsuits. Lawsuits take money. So just think about that. You know, 47,000 of you so far right now, you know, $1 a day, I mean, $1 a month on Patreon, or $5 a month Patreon, 10, 20, whatever. Just do the math in your head, help out. This is a lot of work every single day. Thanks.